Hello everyone, it's Claire from Scrappy Nerd UK, and today I have the next part of my December daily prep. So I'm going to do my flyleaf cover and the first page as well. Apologies if you hear the trains going past, I do live right next to a train track. So first of all, I just grabbed a A4 piece of acetate, and I want to get this to exactly the same size as the pocket page. So I just use a bit of washi tape, Christmas washi tape, just to stick it down to keep it in place. And then I just used my Fiskars trimmer just to trim it down to size, making sure it's got a good cut on it. There we go, and just the side bit. I'll pull the washi tape off the pocket page later. Next I grab, now I don't have a 6-hole punch, so this is a perfect way of punching your own inserts, just grabbing a hole punch, lining up the pocket page and using that as a guide. And I find it much easier if you take the bottom of the punch off to see what you're lining up. And I couldn't decide between, you see this wood veneer Noel that I wanted on my flyleaf, and I couldn't decide between using the gold and the sparkly iridescent one. So I thought what I'd do is grab a couple of wood veneers, smaller wood veneers, and do a couple of test ones. And this box you see here, this is my December daily prepped box with all my embellishments in, or most of them in. If you haven't seen my video of putting that together, then I'll link that down below for you. So first of all, I do this little Christmas tree wood veneer in the iridescent one. It doesn't show up very well on camera, to be honest. It's almost like a clear sparkle, and it's absolutely gorgeous. But to me, you'll see in a minute, I'll show you the comparison between the two. I do prefer the gold one, which is what I go with in the end, but you'll see that I do another piece in the iridescent one. So yeah, it doesn't show up very well there, but when I do the bigger piece, I will show you a comparison just a little later on in the video. So I'll just repeat the steps, use my stamp pad, I think it's a matte medium by Ranger, and just do the gold on that to have a look to see what I prefer. And I just grab the Noel piece and see which one I like, but yeah, I definitely prefer the gold embossing. But you'll see I grab another large wood piece that I'm going to do in the iridescent one, and I'll use that. I'll get it ready now, and I'll use it later on in my album. So my plan is that whatever I want to emboss, I want to try and get done now, so I have very little messy work during the month of December. So again, I just made sure that this was fully coated in the embossing ink. And you'll see in a minute that I missed a patch, and I'll show you how I managed to fix it. You can see there's a bit missing. So I grabbed my Wow embossing pen and I just colour it in, and then just add a bit more embossing powder over the top, tapping off the excess. And there we are. I've got a full coverage now. And then just grabbing my heat tool. Love watching embossing powder turn, and just heating that up. Grabbing my tweezers, because I had managed to burn my fingers quite a few times this morning doing this. And that is nearly done. And then all I do next is just repeat the steps with that round snowflake wood veneer, just with the clear sparkly embossing powder. There we are. I'm making sure again I've got a good coverage of that, the sticky ink as I call it, over there. So as I said, this is the one that's going to sit in my kit for either I'll find a place for it whilst I'm doing my foundation pages, or it will sit in my kit ready for December to add in a place that I feel that it will fit nicely. And there we are, just heating that up. And then just here I'll show you the comparison, so a bit of a close-up. You can see how sparkly that is. There we are. It's absolutely gorgeous, but I do like the gold. There we go. Which is the one that I went with. I do have another one of the Noel wood veneers, so I could always have done the other one in the clear iridescent one, but because my mum's doing December daily with me this year, hi mum, if you're watching this, I'm keeping that one for her, and then she can decide whether she wants to keep it as a plain wood veneer, whether she wants to emboss it or ink it or whatever she wants to do, or not use it at all, who knows. So I've already lined up my acetate on my mat just to make sure it's all straight, and I've used this red line tape just because I know that it will stay stuck. Now you can slightly see the red line tape on the back. On the camera you can't see it, but it doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's going to happen with any glue that you put onto acetate. And then next, I've decided that I'm going to go my first pocket page. I'm going to use the 2x2 squares one. And this is the paper pad that I'm using this year. It's called Christmas Wishes. I think it's a trim craft one, and I absolutely love it. The colours in this, I went for a very traditional colouring last year with the red, green and blacks and golds. And this year I'm going with pink, grey and gold, and I might add some extra colours in there. So you'll see here I've used only because part of the pack is double-sided and part of it is single-sided with embossing. So I've grabbed only the double-sided ones because I want the back to be I don't basically want to have to get two lots of paper and double-side it, so I'm quite happy with all those little squares. And then these alphas, these are a Do Crafts brand. I bought these from Paper Chase, but I believe you can get these in Hobbycraft, and I think the range do them as well. So I'm just spelling out December 2016 with these. These alphas are not sticky in the slightest, so I'm going to have to go back over at some stage and stick them down. And then apart from that, I don't do any other decoration on that page. It's just the title for December 2016. And then on the back, I decide this is just basically going to be a filler. So I grab out some of my other embellishments that I've got, try to see if any of these will work. But again, because they're in the traditional sort of red and green colours, and I want to keep this almost to the colour scheme that I've got on that page, I decide that none of those are going to work. So this is, I can't remember what they called them, but it's basically Christmas ephemera. And this came from Paper Chase as well, and this was £3, which I thought was very reasonable. I'm just seeing if that round tag would work if I was to cut it down, and I decided not to in the end. Next, this is a Kiki K sticker book, and because in the paper pack there is rose gold foiling, I found this, and this has rose gold foiling on as well. So I picked this up in the Kiki K shop when I went to London for my birthday last week, and I convinced my husband I needed this. I needed it for my December daily this year, so just using a couple of those round stickers. That first one says Merry, 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 and the other one I can't remember, you can see it on screen. Where I'm doing my voice over, it's blocked half of the video, so apologies, I can't quite remember what that one said. And then I just start pulling items from my stash that I want to use to decorate. I don't want something in every pocket, so I decided to go with the little heart wood veneer that says Merry Christmas. I decided to go with, and those are from Hobbycraft, decided to go with this snowflake metal piece, and they are, I can't remember what collection they're from, to be honest, because I bought those last year and I had a couple left that I just added into my kit for this year. And sorry, I'm just grabbing my album out because my husband's come into my craft room and having a look at what I've been doing. And then next I put this flare on, and I struggled last year with the pockets being a bit distorted when I put in fabric brads and flare, because they just made the pockets too puffy. So I've decided to stick the flare, which is a little silver one with candy canes on. Decided to stick the flare on the outside of the pocket. And then finally, I decided that it needed something else down in that bottom right. So I just added another sticker in. And this page is finished, so I'll just pop it in the album, show you it whilst it's in the album. And I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Do like, give me a comment and subscribe for more. See you all soon. Bye.